Look, if I love you, right, and I see you doing something wrong, and I see you doing something that ends up working against you, and let's say we're in a friendship or a relationship or even a marriage, and not only are you doing things wrong and they working against you, but they also turn out to kind of work against me/us. And then I point it out to you. Am I wrong for pointing out something that maybe you're doing wrong, or something again that's maybe wrong in the word, maybe it's just not getting the desired result, right? Am I wrong for pointing that out to you and maybe offering a solution or offering a better way of getting it done? If you treat me like I'm wrong for pointing out somewhere where you may be wrong, or you may be making a move that's not getting the desired result, if you feel a way about that and you attack me, or you look at it like I'm your enemy, you're refusing to take accountability. This is another ongoing debate, and I want to be careful how I say what I say, because I don't want to necessarily offend anybody, but at the same time, man, hey, we got to keep it 100 over here. And I want to ask the women, and this is something that we maybe can come back around to at a later date, but I want to ask the women, what is it with y'all and taking accountability? Now, of course, y'all gonna always circle around and want to flip it back on the man. Well, y'all don't take accountability. That's why this, that's why that. Keep in mind, man, I'm coming from a place of love. I'm coming from a place of trying to find solutions, and we're talking about real things that need to be talked about. So if I just so happen to say something that you don't agree with, or that you feel like, I'm attacking women or something like that, don't take it that way. Take it as I'm a person who takes interest in wanting to see men and women kind of love each other and get on the same page. In order to do that, we're going to have some tough conversations. One of those tough conversations is women. What is it with you guys, you gals, you ladies, and taking accountability? It's very, very, very difficult to coexist with someone who, under no circumstances, they just can't be wrong. No matter what it is, no matter what they did, no matter what they didn't do, no matter what the situation is, it's definitely somebody else's fault. And I've even seen women so good at ducking and dodging accountability that I've watched a woman kind of flip something around and make a man feel as though he was the one that did something wrong, when all along it was her that did something wrong, that caused an issue. We gotta figure this out, ladies. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm open to, allowing some ladies onto the show. And really, for real, man, like, let's go down through there. Let's figure this out. But we can't bring all the emotions in here. It can't be, no rah-rah and, all the just blaming back and forth and all of that. Like, let's have a real conversation. And if I just so happen to point out something where you are wrong, acknowledge it as that, accept that, and then let's kind of talk about, maybe a solution or a better way of going about it. Like, why are we not able to do that? Because the reality is, us as men, no matter what y'all think, we're forced to be held accountable in every situation. We can't escape nothing. Everybody trying to crack the whip on us, no matter what it is. We get held accountable. And, if I'm going to be honest, man, a lot of us, we hold ourselves accountable. We kind of have to. And one of the reasons why I feel like, and this is my opinion, so when I state my opinion, I'm real enough to say it's just my opinion. It's not a fact. It's not in the, God didn't say it or nothing like that. But I feel like one of the reasons why women struggle to accept accountability is because y'all do so many things out of emotions, in your emotions. You put your emotions in places where there's no room for emotions. You know, sometimes when we're talking about something, we're talking about, again, trying to figure out a solution or trying to get something done or stuff like that. There's no room for your emotions in that. Let's just talk about what it really is, what it really ain't, what really happened, what really can be done, what's attainable, what's not attainable. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just really, really figure it out and get and kind of move towards a solution. You know, you don't have to get upset because you made a left when you should have made a right. And then I tell you, hey, you were supposed to make a right there. I'm not telling you that you should have made a right because I just want to come down on you or disrespect you or tell you what to do or whatever. I'm telling you that you should have made a right because who knows, maybe that same test is coming up again. And you need to know, hey, when you get to that little point right there, make a right instead of a left. Why, what is it with your ego or whatever it is that makes you take offense to somebody really we trying to help you? Now, I imagine that there are men who have some type of, you know, ego issue or whatever it is, and they just like to tell a woman what to do, and they just like to go back and forth with women. Listen, man, if I had to guess a percentage, I would say 95% of men, we don't just dry want to go back and forth with you. We don't just dry want to have conflict with you. If we tell you that something is right or wrong or whatever it is, or we try to offer some assistance or try to help you find a better solution to something, that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to help you / us find a solution to whatever it is. It's not an attack. It's not it's not a knock to your intellect or your contribution to society or contribution to whatever. It is, in that particular situation, you should have went right and you went left. Next time we get to that point, let's go right. What's wrong with that? You know, so this is really, I would say, an introduction to a conversation that needs to be had. But I'll say again, whoever wants to offer their opinion or offer whatever on this topic, let's sit down, let's talk for real, no emotions. Let's just talk about what makes sense. Maybe we can help each other work through some inner struggles that we're having. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, something ain't right when you can't take accountability, no matter what. Everything is somebody else's fault. To me, that's like an indication that maybe there's a deeper issue that needs to be addressed or figured out. So I'm willing to have those type of conversations. I don't have to, fuss and fight or get up and punch nobody or do none of that. Can you do that? Can you have a conversation without getting in your feelings? Can I tell you that you were wrong because you really were wrong? Can I offer advice or offer maybe a better option on something that you're doing without you getting offended? Do you feel like I'm just, incapable of giving you some information? Do you just not want to hear something from men? And again, even if that's the case, which it does definitely seem like that's the case with some women, let's talk about it. Let's figure out what that really means. Let's figure out how we got here. Let's figure out how you got there, And I already know how a lot of y'all like to do. You like to go straight into, well, if men do this, then we'll do that, and, all of that. We can kind of do that, because there is some validity there. There is some valid points that you could make when you say, when you talk about the shortcomings of men. But at the same time, when we get to a point in the conversation where maybe we're pointing out somewhere where you may need to improve, can we have that discussion without gaslighting, without canceling me, without beating me up, without, I hate women and all that? Because let me be clear, I love women. I absolutely love women. And I think that it's very, very important that men and women get on the same page. So that's what's at the root of these conversations for me. It's not just, hey, let's beat up on women, because women is just, again, despite whatever y'all may feel, men don't want to sit around and argue with y'all. Men don't want to sit around and argue with nobody. We want peace. We want we want good times. We want smiles, and we want people that we love and people around us to be happy. So if we feel the need to have a discussion with you about something, why not approach it with a solution-based mindset? You know, we're trying to move toward a solution. We're not saying this because we just want to say something to you. So anyway, ladies, let's get together. Let's figure it out. Let's sit down and have this discussion. Accountability. What's wrong with taking some? Peace.